Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we are going to talk about synthetic division. In a previous video, I let you guys know all about long division with polynomials. This is just another method, okay? Some people like it more, some people like it less. I think it's a little bit more efficient, but you can make that judgment for yourself, okay? So just a quick little recap of our vocabulary. Remember the thing that you are dividing, so that's going to be the top of your fraction or the first part that you say when you're saying your division problem out loud. This is called your dividend. The bottom part of your fraction, or the thing, if you say a division problem out loud, the thing that you divide by, that is called your divisor. All right. And we're going to use synthetic division to find our quotient and a remainder if there is one. Okay. Just like when we did polynomial long division, you can't skip any exponents. So if we have an x to the fourth, we need an x cubed, an x squared, an x to the first, and an x to the zero. Remember that x to the zero is always your constant because anything to the zero power is one. Okay. So we are missing our x cubed term, so we're going to use a 0 for that, just like we did in long division. All right. One reason people like this method a little bit more than the polynomial long division is because there are no letters involved. There are no variables involved. All right. So we're only going to take the coefficients of each of our terms. Okay. So that's the first thing that we're going to grab. We're going to grab this 3, the 0 for our placeholder for x cubed, a positive 7 for our x squared, a negative 1 for our x, and a positive 12 for our constant. So we're going to copy those. So you see I've kind of drawn an L-shaped bar here. That's how you set all of this up. And I'm going to do a 3, a 0 for my placeholder, a 7, a negative 1, and a 12. Now I'm going to draw a bar right here, and I'll explain that part here in a minute. Okay, so that's how we set up our dividend. Now we need our divisor. Our divisor is going to go outside just like it does for polynomial long division, but setting it up is slightly different. To find what you put on the outside, you don't just put x plus 2. Like I said, it's only numbers. We're not dealing with any letters. We're going to set our divisor equal to 0 and solve. So if I draw my line down, I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. 2 minus 2 is 0. That's what happens when we say we cancel. So x equals 0 minus 2 is negative 2. So this is the number that I'm going to put outside. Put that negative 2 right there. Okay? So that completes the setup part. You could call that step 1 if you wanted to. This is all of our setup. Make sure you have all of your coefficients, any placeholders if you need them, and then set your divisor equal to 0 and solve. Okay? Now comes the pattern. Just like with long division, we had those 4 steps that we repeated the pattern every time. Synthetic division, we have 2 steps that we're going to repeat every time. Okay? First thing that we do is we're going to draw a big arrow because we don't want to write anything under that 3. We want to drop it all the way down. Okay? And here's how your pattern is going to start. You are going to multiply on the outside, and you are going to add on the inside. And you're going to follow that pattern as many times as you need until you finish right here. This is where your remainder will be if there is one. Okay? So again, we're going to start the pattern. We're going to start here, and we're going to multiply, write the number, add, write the number, and then start the pattern over again. So it'll look like this. 3 times a negative 2 is negative 6. Okay, so you see I multiplied the bottom number times my divisor and placed it in the next spot. Okay, now we're going to add. 0 plus a negative 6 is negative 6. Now I would just repeat this pattern. 6 times negative 2 is a positive 12. 7 plus 12 is 19. Repeat the pattern again, all the way over. 19 times negative 2 is a negative 38. Negative 1 plus a negative 38 is a negative 39. And then negative 39 times a negative 2 is a positive 78. And then 12 plus 78 is a positive 90. This is our remainder. Okay, so that's the process. You're done with the math part. All you have to do now is write your answer. This is going to help us write our answer. Okay, but in terms of the process of dividing, you're done. Just remember, you're going to multiply on the outside, put your number down, add on the inside. That answer, multiply on the outside, write the answer, add on the inside. Okay, so now we come to our answer. When you are doing synthetic division, you are going to divide one, your answer is going to be one less than you start with. Okay, we have an x to the fourth here. We're dividing off an x. That leaves x cubed. So our answer is going to start with x cubed. These are all of our coefficients. So your answer is going to come out like this. 3x cubed, and again, then we're going to count down. Minus 6x squared, 3, 2, plus 19x minus 39. So there's your quotient, and then you just need your remainder. We're going to add, just like we did with long division, remainder over divisor, x plus 2. And there's your answer. You're all done. You can also use synthetic division to evaluate problems. We're going to do that part. I will do that in a separate video and I'll let you guys know. Okay, but that's it for synthetic division. If you have another example you want me to do, leave a comment for me. Ask any questions that you have. I will answer them and I will see you guys in class. Bye.